Guess where we are? So we got anything new? Mainly here for the Kino Lorber releases that I missed out on last week, so where is it? Oh, they haven't set up yet. Well, this is a decently old thing. I better update this. Oh wow, it's a complete rehaul. Now it's done by different companies. Indicator, nice. Criterion. Oh, they got their own Criterion wall. That's cool. Got the arrow section. Imprint. That's very cool. There's a Kino. Oh, there's a Kino Lorber's. But I know they have a specific 4K section, which is all this. This got re-released with Dolby Vision. Oh, I forgot it's got a 4K. Alright, we are back from Toronto. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. Today's a semi-hit. You know, I didn't ball out. Usually I pick up a shit ton of stuff. Today, I got a nice little stack of 4Ks and a Blu-ray here. So, we went to three different stores. We went to a Bay Street Video, as you saw, then 2 BMVs. So, let's see what I picked up from the actual Bay Street Video. Or from the Bay Street Video. We got 3 4K Blu-rays. I was really excited to pick up these. 2 are the newest Kino Lorber 4K releases. The Night of the Hunter. Now, I first watched this haphazardly or half-assedly on the Criterion Network on my phone, and I wasn't a big fan of it. But again, that was before I started watching a lot of art films and, you know, older films and films that are more than just, I guess, superhero and action and horror films. This has more depth to it, so I'm gonna give this another chance. You know, I remember liking a bunch of it. I just didn't like the way it was kind of told. I didn't like the tonal changes, how it went from this very serious, like, cause, dude, I'll give it credit that Robert Mitchum plays a fucking asshole. Like, he is such a good bad guy. You just want to go into the screen and strangle him to death and be like, you fucking man manipulator motherfucker. That's how you feel when watching Robert Mitchum's performance in this. So I guess if you're not really into feeling like this really intense anger when watching a movie, this is definitely not the movie for you, because you'll feel so angry. But I feel like that's what makes cinema great, is when it evokes emotions and extremely strong emotions. But I don't know, I'm used to it, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, so that's kind of what turned me off the first time. But you know what? Understanding that aspect of the film and knowing it, I'll go into it with a deeper kind of understanding of what this film is, and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. I don't like that the image itself that they chose is a bit low res. I just noticed that on the slipcover. Now, this is probably my least favorite artwork on all of these Kino Lorber slipcovers. This is probably the worst, actually, because the actual artwork on it is kind of low res. You see the kind of the houses on the bottom, that's pretty pixelated and pretty noisy. But then, like, the logo is sharp, but then you go up there and it's like, it's okay. It's not the greatest. There's definitely a lot of artwork that I've seen online that look really, really good, but you never know. That's what they decided to go with. But yeah, brand new Dolby Vision HDR Vision Master from a 4K scan of the original 35mm original camera negative. Very, very cool audio commentary with novelist and critic Tim Lucas. That's in 4K. Isolated music and sound effects on the 4K. Love and Hate filmmaker Ernest Dickerson on The Night of the Hunter, and that's also, it's a 4K and a special edition, limited edition, or I guess a special features Blu-ray. So that's really cool. Little Lambs actress Kathy Garver on The Night of the Hunter Blu-ray. Hing Hang Hung artist Joe Coleman on the Night of the Hunter Blu-ray, and then theatrical trailers. So if you're a fan of it, it comes with okay. It's not the greatest little set here, but I'm really excited for that Dolby Vision Master 4K from the original 35 camera negative elements. So that should be really cool. So that was the first pickup. Very, very nice, very nice. Let's actually open it up and see what it comes with. Probably doesn't come with much else, but besides that, but you never heckin' know. Maybe reversible artwork. You know, sometimes these 4Ks have reversible artwork, but it doesn't seem like it is, because I don't remember seeing much about this release other than it was coming out and that a lot of people were excited for it. Celeste Lacabra was excited for it. Tim Talks Talkies was excited for it. So let's open it up, removing the cellophane from the packaging. I made sure to get the ones with the most pristine kind of corners, because that's a big pet peeve of mine, because I try to get these day one so that I can get the slip covers, or at least keep it on hold. Oh, it came a little nudged up, so we'll move that down. And unfortunately, no reversible artwork in that kind of sense, and then obviously no disc artwork, which is fine. I kind of like its uniformity. It kind of feels like very professional, very odd. This is Kino, okay? And then they're also called Kino Lorber too. So this is true Kino cinema. So there's no it's a very no frills boutique label that give you pure, fantastic, great looking 4K transfers. I think the only time I was a tad disappointed was when they had that 4K release for Touch of Evil, that extended cut. You could tell it wasn't, you know, restored fully, but you know, it was probably the most. It was probably the most they could do for what elements that they had. So that's perfectly fine for me. Now we're gonna put this in the protective cellophane so that, you know, it doesn't get scuffed up or anything, because I am a bit anal when it comes to that thing. Obviously, you know me having my own slipcover business. But yeah, the Night of the Hunter 4K Blu-ray. Now it's nice, sealed, ready to go on the Kino shelf. When I make space, I'm actually planning on moving downstairs, relocating to a different area in my house. So they'll have more big excitement. So stay tuned for the future of that. I'll be doing like a huge, I guess, movie tour room, movie man cave room. And then the next pickup we got was the other newer release, and that is the longest... Oh, I didn't even see that little bump there. Whatever, it's fine. It is the Longest Yard on 4K Blu-ray. I don't know anything about this movie. I just really like the artwork on it, and I heard really good things about this, so this should be a very, very fun movie to watch. Very intriguing movie. It has pretty good reviews on it. You know me, I buy every Kino Lorber 4K that gets released just because I love the company so much, and I just love that there's no frills, but it comes with really nice, cool slip covers, and you get a great transfer for the most part. So I like to support, you know, that kind of, you know, boutiqueness. You know, sometimes I also support Arrow. They're probably the most expensive, or, you know, Criterion, but, you know, I like to support the little guy. Anyways, Kino Lorber 4K and Blu-ray set. This is a new Dolby Vision Master. Very nice. 4K scan of the 35mm original camera negatives. You get audio commentaries from film critics. Whatever happened to Robert Aldrich, his life and his films. Audio commentary by star Ryan Reynolds and producer, Burt Reynolds, not Ryan Reynolds. So audio commentary by Burt Reynolds and writer. So that should be very, very good. You know, a lot of these Kino 4K releases, if they're not new or if they're not within the last maybe 20, 30 years, a lot of them don't have commentaries from either the director or the starring actor. So it's really cool that Burt Reynolds actually has a audio commentary track for this. It's probably from like the DVD that came out probably years ago, but it's nice that they actually have it here and they're able to get the rights for that. And then it comes with a couple featurettes as well. You know, Doing Time on the Longest Yard featurette, Unleashing the Mean Machine featurette, and then theatrical trailers, of course. Very nice Blu-ray Dolby Vision, you know, Region A though, so if you get these imported from, I know that some of the people in the UK, they import it from Amazon US. You're not gonna be able to see those bonus features unless you have a region free or a PAL player. So yeah. Anyways, so let's open this up and see if there's anything. I'm not holding my breath for any what's it called, alternate artwork, but it would be nice. You know, it would be nice. So boom. So yeah, I was able to just straighten it out right there. I was a bit hokey because there's a little dent in there, but that's fine. You take out the slip cover, it's the same exact artwork. And no alternate artwork, which is fine. And then obviously on the inside it's the same Kino Lorber kind of stagnant image on there. But Longest Yard, I'm really excited to get into this because, again, I've heard fantastic things about the film. You know, I don't think I've seen many Burt Reynolds films. I think the only one I've seen, what was it called? Like Cop and a Half or something? Where like he teams up with like a little kid or something like that who's like really eager to be a cop. I forgot what it was called. But again, we're going to take up the poly bag. Now, this is a premium poly bag that I paid $10 for. Not per thing, but so that it has a nice little home to keep safe. And it makes it feel like it's still brand new even though I opened it. And but yeah, love me some of these poly bags. The Longest Yard 4K Blu-ray. Very, very excited. And I am fully caught up on all of the Kino Lorber 4K Blu-rays, so that is very cool. Yeah, boom. And then obviously, yeah, I don't know if I showed these other two in the mail. Some other recent Kino Lorber pickups I got were Rawhead Rex 4K Blu-ray. This had a reversible artwork. Same with Serpico on 4K Blu-ray. I got this switched out because it came with a dent on, like not a dent, but like it was like a slash on the thing, so I got that replaced. And then I also got 12 Angry Men on 4K Blu-ray, but if you saw my Kino Lorber sale haul, I also got that with that too. So now I have 2 copies of what's it called, 12 Angry Men. So yeah. So those are the Kino Lorber pickups that I got from there. But I also found something that's, I think it's out of print. and that it's really hard to come by with the original slipcover, which thankfully I have. I could be wrong though, but I've seen a few things, and it freaking price tag is on the actual cover, and that is the Amityville Horror. You know, I was really tempted if I wanted to pick this up or not, because I don't know so much about this film. I know it's like an iconic film that kind of is based on a really, really intense real story, and that it spawned so many like sequels and rip-offs and just random bullshit like the fucking Amityville Horror fucking clown house and just jokes about that, which is probably the lowest common film of like, because this is real people. This didn't happen like 100 years ago. This happened like 50, 60 years ago, and it's just, I don't know. I don't want to get into a tangent about how people just fucking, because like when you're telling the story of actual children, little kids who are brutally murdered, like, be as tasteful as possible. Now I know this is obviously like, I guess, the retelling of a story that, you know, doesn't really have any kind of, I guess, you know, if you hear the father, that's basically what he says, you know, is divine intervention, that kind of stuff. So I can understand where this was coming from, and, you know, it teeters on exploitation and kind of the film of, it's like, you know, it is what it is. You know, I don't think it's you know, they hired, you know, well-respected serious actors, so it can't be too bad. But like when it's shit like fucking the Amityville shark attack or the Amityville like barefoot, like not barefoot, but like footlong? No, what am I thinking of? Bigfoot. Like that shit is just fucking, just quit. Just make original content. Like if you're such a shitty filmmaker where you can't think of original content to where you have to do the fucking Amityville clown house or some garbage bullshit, just stop making films, honestly. Just make something original. But yeah, so the Amityville Horror. Sorry about that tangent. I just hate when just people exploit like the tragic. Like imagine your baby cousin is brutally murdered by your uncle, and then some fucking asshole makes a movie about it, trivializing what happened, and then there's like, oh, but it's a haunted house now, and then there's a shark in there and a Bigfoot. Like what the fuck, dude? Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, Amityville Horror, I got this brand new with the slip cover or slip box. It's a pretty sturdy slip box. I know this was making the round, so you know I've always wanted to check it out, so I finally got it, and it's really nice. There's like a thing that says "Get Out." So yeah, again, I don't know much about this film. This could also be an exploitative piece of shit film, but I've heard decent things about it, you know, and I love me some Margot Kidder, so I have some decent hopes for it. Again, the reviews on it weren't the greatest, but I'll hold my breath for this, because this seems like a really interesting pickup. Now I'm gonna try to safely pick off this price tag here, because I don't want to ruin it. And of course, it's like a three-way thing where like the what's it called? The thing peels like that and then peels off like that, so it could stick on, which I don't want that to happen. But James Rowland, Margot Kidder, Rod Steiger in the Amityville Horror. That's cool. Let's open it up and see if there's like any alternate artwork or anything like that, or anything cool going on around here. But does this have, what are the specs on this? So this film is from 1979, 118 minutes, 1.85 by 1, DTS HD Master Audio, SDH English, Region 1, 4K, HDR, Ultra HD Blu-ray. Additional information, 4K contains feature presentation of the Amityville Horror presenting the HDR newly remastered from its 35mm original camera negatives, with the following sound options available: an unaltered theatrical surround mix, alternate stereo mix, and a containing everything on the UHD disc plus My Amityville Diaries, brand new making of documentary featuring interviews with the cast and crew, For God's Sakes Get Out, an archival making of documentary featurette. So there's a lot of really cool stuff on this, which is really interesting, and there is alternate artwork, which is very fun, very fun. Again, Region A. Really nice disc artwork. I think Vinegar Syndrome, when they choose good films, and the presentation alone is really, really good. So this is the original artwork on it, and then the alternate artwork is, oh, okay, so it's not really alternate artwork, it's just this on the back. So that's cool, but I wish it was something different to change up. You know, if you remove the slip cover, the slip box, and then you have something else to feature on it, that would have been really cool. But, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. So, yeah, the Amityville Horror, that was the last brand new the thing that we got from, what's it called, from Bay Street Video. Then we went to the BMV that was about, you know, couple blocks away, and we did pick up a couple of cool things that I've been meaning to check out. Starting off with A Few Good Men on 4K Blu-ray for $17.99. Decent little price. I did make a custom slipcover for it that actually shipped out recently. I made it for myself, and then it sold, so that's cool. But yeah, not custom, but A Few Good Men on 4K Blu-ray. You can't handle the truth. So I'm really excited to get into that. This is an older release, I believe, right? From 2016? 2017. So one of the first kind of year after 4K Blu-ray and that kind of stuff. So I am intrigued to getting into this. I didn't see much about this film when it comes to it, you know, not deserving, but like warranting, I would say, a 4K release, unless there was something like, I guess, just like the, what's it called? Just the increase in image quality when it comes to, I guess, facial details or, you know, set design and that kind of stuff. But like, you know, things when they utilize 4K, you really see it. Here, I guess you can see it, but it's not gonna be like, oh my god, there's like explosions. I don't think you need that. I think if the Blu-ray is good enough when it comes to court dramas and that kind of stuff, does it really need a 4K Blu-ray? I would say yes, just because to have it in its highest possible quality itself, let alone, would be worth it to pick up on 4K. But yeah, let me know down below. Do you think that it needs to be like an orgasmic cinematography classic film for it to warrant a 4K, or will you just pick up like any Joe Schmo movie? Even though this is like, I think this is a really iconic Rob Reiner film that a lot of people love. But, like, you never know. Some things maybe warrant more than others. Like, we still haven't gotten a goddamn fucking Kill Bill 4K. That would look fantastic in 4K. But we have other films. But anyways, yeah. So, A Few Good Men. I'm not shitting on A Few Good Men. I'm just saying, like, because I don't even own it on Blu-ray. So, that's why I picked it up for $17 for 4K. And I already have a slipcover for it ready to go. So, that's why I picked that up. And then I got this. This is probably your copy, Kyle, because I know they also had what's it called, the 4K set of Transformers, the whole steelbook set. But I'm not a fan of Transformers. I like the first one, but then everything else just kind of melts together. And I know some people love those kind of CGI testing, kind of silly, dumb, turn your brain off and watch some cool robots bash into each other. And I also didn't really grow up with Transformers. I was more of like a kind of 90s Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man. Those kind of superhero movies and the cartoons is what I really grew up on. I didn't really grow up on those Saturday morning cartoons because again, I was born in 2000, right? So I grew up with the mid-90s kind of reruns, so 93, 94, 95. All of those cartoons that went around during that time was ported over to the early 2000s, and that's usually what I watched. So I didn't really get into the Transformers kind of thing. But Spider-Man, those kind of things, mwah! But yeah, so anyways, tangent over, they had a brand new copy of Creed 3 on 4K. Now I'm pretty sure this is Kyle's copy, probably got on Amazon or something and then sold it to whatever. But it was $24, which is $25, which is a lot better than $36 after tax. So that's why I decided to pick it up. It's still brand new, sealed in the cellophane. I have every other Creed movie on 4K, so I thought I might as well pick it up with the slipcover. Not the biggest fan of the artwork on this. It's pretty generic. But the other ones are also pretty generic on it. But I haven't seen this yet. I wanted to watch it with my brother, but he kept loafing and like, oh, watch it. And then it was out of the theaters, and now it's already on 4K. So Creed 3, I've heard good things about it. This was directed by Michael B. Jordan himself, if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah, directed by Michael B. Jordan. So that is really interesting to see. You know, Jonathan Majors is in a lot of controversy, so I don't know how that will pan out. And I don't know how the movie pans out, but no digital code. that's pretty crazy. No digital code is what also made me not want to buy the 4K, because I'm like, oh, digital code. Because one of the things I love about having a digital code is that I can like watch it like on my phone passively while trying to go to sleep before bed or something like that, where I don't have to sit on a couch, even though that sounds like, what, you're just relaxing on a couch, but like, you know what I mean, right? In the year 2023, we all watch videos on our phone while lying down, right, in bed, right? Anyways, but yeah, Creed 3 on 4K Blu-ray. I'm really intrigued to get into this. I've liked the first two so far, and I heard this was not too bad of a departure. I heard the fighting scenes itself are really cool, so I am excited to get into that. I know that Michael B. Jordan is a fan of anime, so he kind of introduced that kind of style into. There's like I saw a video where they're comparing the fight scenes from like Dragon Ball to Creed 3, which is really cool. So, you know, I'll keep an open mind to that. And that was the last 4K pickup. I do have a Blu-ray pickup that I've never seen before. This is such an interesting release. It is a Japanese release of Day of the Dead that kind of looks like an MVD VHS release. I have no idea. Does anyone know this? This is Day of the Dead on Blu-ray. This is a recent release. This is from 2021. So now there probably will be a 4K coming out soon, but this is about $20, and I'm like, I've never seen this before, and it looks so cool. This like Japanese release of Day of the Dead, and it has the actual gore in the front cover and stuff, and it has a nice slipcover to it. This really piqued my eye, and it's a tight slipcover though. Ugh. And here's I just love the added of Japanese kanji, I believe. The letterings, it just looks cool. And then you got a bit of a spoiler on the back, but you know, I think we've all seen Day of the Dead, right? Classic film. Not as good as Dawn of the Dead in my opinion, but still really, really good. Really, it's more of a traditional storytelling in the sense where you have an antagonist that you don't like, and then you have a protagonist, and then there's moral conflict between what to do and what not to do with the living dead and that kind of stuff. So George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. Anyone know, like, who is this by? Bonus, like, everything's in Japanese. George the Jungle. George A. Romero. I do not. This is from Pony Canyon. I have never heard of a label called Pony Canyon before, but it says it's a new HD remaster. So I don't know, 2019 something. I don't know. Can anyone translate that? But this looks really cool. I got it for $20, and I didn't have Day of the Dead in my in my collection. Now, I know there is a Scream Factory release for it, but that doesn't have a slipcover. That'd be rare to find. And this is also a newer release, but it says brand new, or it says new HD remaster. So I don't know about you, but new is not 10 years old. So maybe it's a remaster. I could be wrong, but you know, I know the Bruce Lee set, this new Arrow Video Bruce Lee set that's coming out soon, that had an original 4K release in Japan, not from Arrow, but from their own company. So I don't know, who knows, but maybe it's a 4K remaster. That'd be cool to see. I'll probably pop it in the player and see what kind of quality I should be expecting from this. But anyways, yeah, so those were the pickups. Went downtown to Toronto, picked up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 4K Blu-rays and a Blu-ray, so pretty good day at the downtown. I also showed you off some other things that I picked up. Anyway, so that was today's video. Hope you enjoyed this little hunting video, bringing back the hunting videos. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to like and subscribe. I am Mace from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Until I see you guys next time, please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. Please stay safe and God bless. Peace, cheers, long live physical media. See you guys.